Welcome back everyone to another FileMaker video. So today I have alerts and notifications. In this video I'm going to demonstrate how to do this with a web viewer. The reason why we want to do this with a web viewer, I'm going to show you another file. I did this demo on Richard Carlton a couple weeks ago, and I changed this and I had this notification slide in. It's a slide control with a button bar on it. There's two slides. There's one that's hidden, so it matches the color background. There's no borders. So it's completely hidden. And so when I change this, what it does is it runs a script that goes to the slide object with a button bar on it, and then it pauses. So right here you can see the script is paused, continue, cancel. So what's going on here is, Richard Carlton was quick to take over. He's like, wait a minute, hold up. Okay, if I change this and then I go in here and I'm typing away while the script is paused, the moment that script unpauses and continues, what's going to happen is it's going to go to the other slide control object, which means it's going to exit the field I'm currently in, and that's when you get that notification. So what happened is it exited the field, it went over here to the slide object, so it went to the invisible slide object to get that animation, so that notification slides out of view. So here it's in view, it's paused, 1, 2, 3, 4. After 4 seconds it disappears all on its own, and the script is no longer paused. So they went to the other slide with an animation to allow that button bar to disappear. So the slide control's still here, it's just blended into the background. I thought that was kind of cool for the demonstration, but as you can see, it's a huge issue when you're over here and you have the field in focus and you're typing, and then you get this message. Before typing, it's like, I was typing, what are you talking about? Press tab. Click in a field. What? I was in a field. So obviously we don't want that. There are a couple ways we can get around that. The most obvious one that comes to mind is have an on field enter trigger. So the on enter trigger would exit that script and close the object, and then allow the user to continue in that current field that they had selected. That's such a huge hassle to try to set up, and plus you'd have to do that with every single field on your layout, and plus then there is no notification on the screen. It'd be nice to be able to have that notification show up, maybe have it so the user cancels it. So that's why I came up with this method. So here I'm going to pause. I'm going to show this. There's no script pausing. There's no script at all. It's all done on the web viewer. So as you can see, I can continue typing and it does not interfere. I can do this for 1 second just to demonstrate again. I'm still in the field. It never exited the field. There's no slide controls. There's nothing but a web viewer right here. So the web viewer is invisible because the background of the web viewer matches the background of the layout. So here I can have this open up, and in this case I'm doing it so I'm allowing the user to control the exit. So the user would come up here, select the X, and then it exits. So one of the problems I thought of here is this is kind of big. You can see in my other notification it was really small, slid in here right above everything, didn't take up much space. So I was like, okay, well, maybe we can do a shorter version. So I have this version here where I adjusted the padding top and bottom. So this is done inside the JSON, so you can make this as big or as small as you want. Each of these buttons has JSON that controls what's going to show. So I'm just going to show a couple more of these that I created because I was getting kind of tired of the orange. I wanted to try some different colors, some different themes. So I also wanted to just kind of demonstrate you can make this display however you want. You can change the text, so you can say, amazing, you're doing a great job, instead of warning, so warning alert. And then, of course, I'm feeling blue, da ba dee da ba da. So, old song. Anyhow, and then, of course, red one, because you obviously want to do a red one. So a lot of alerts, if the user did something really wrong, you want it to be red. I also did some left slide alerts, just because sometimes you want your alert to be on the left instead of the right. So this does mirror image what's on the right. So because I have two web viewers here, I can control both of them separately. So I can close that, I can close that. So you can have multiple notifications on the same layout as well. So again, I just copied the JSON parameter for these buttons, from over here, and I just changed the script. So there's 3 scripts in here. One is for the right notification, one is for the left notification. Then you'll notice I have some buttons down here. These are for a completely different kind of notification. Let's close that. So here I'm using the exact same JSON parameter, but I have a slide down notification. And as you hover over it, it's going to tell the user to click to dismiss, and then they can just click and it's gone. So yes, this is a very different way to do it. So I thought it would be nice to just demonstrate a slide down version. So again, with the green, it's the same JSON parameters here, same colors, so it's all very consistent. White and blue, so it's white background, blue text for the dismiss label. Alright, so now we want to try to get into what's going on with the JSON, because I keep mentioning all this JSON and people are probably getting confused. What am I talking about here? So I'm just going to copy and paste this so I can easily demonstrate what all of this is doing. If I exit out, I'm going to use this one so it stays on the screen. Or here, I'll do it on the left side. Okay, so I'm going to do the data viewer. Just a moment here. Okay, so now, oh, gotta get that out of the way. It's giving me just a moment here. Oh, I see what's going on. Doesn't want to stay. So, show you how I can make that stay. So right here we have 3000 milliseconds. I can either change that to 0 or I can do this. It's the same thing. So we just don't want to have any duration. So with no duration, it's just going to stay. Okay. So that's kind of cool. Data viewer. Okay, now that I have this set up, I can show you what all this means. Okay. So here I have my alert. So you can see this matches the message here. And as you saw, my duration, how long do I want it to display? In this case, I don't want it to display at all. I can either enter a 0 or I can just have it be empty. So null and 0 are the same thing when you're using JSON number. It's always going to equal 0 to the formula. So show duration. Oh, because I have it 3. If I evaluate, okay. So I'm just showing you that even though I have this being empty, it's JSON number, and a JSON number is automatically 0. So I'm not sure if everybody caught on to that before, but now you know. Okay, so continuing on, we have all of our colors. All of these hexes, these are hex colors. So there is a really cool website I'm just going to bring up here. So Adobe, color.adobe.com, has this really cool color feature. So this is what I was using to try to come up with my color buttons. They have a number of different things here, so you can figure out what kind of color you want. So when you figure out what color you want, there's the hex colors right here. For each of these individual colors, you just copy and paste that into your JSON. So, alright, hex background. What the hex background is, that is the background of the web viewer outside of the message. So I went with F2, 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 which is a gray color, and that matches this light gray of the background of the layout. And that's how the edges of the web viewer disappear outside of the button. Alert background, so that is the orange color around the alert message. So this is that light orange. Alert border left, well, it's right in this case. So this is the alert border. Hex icon, Hex icon is this color here around the icon. Close button. So that's the orange right here. And then if you hover over that button, you can change the color there. So when you hover and you want the user to see that they're on a button and you want to show a different color as they're hovering, you can edit that color there. Close button label. So close button label, that's the X right here. And the message label, remember we have a message up here. So this is that label and the color of the label right here. And then vertical padding. So vertical padding, that's how we control the size. So in this one, I have the vertical padding at 10, which is 10 pixels top and bottom of this message. And in this formula, I have 20. So if I close that, so here you can see what the 20 padding is, 20 top and bottom. And you can see the message color text is different. So get my data viewer back up. Okay. So those of you that know hex colors probably caught on right away when I was looking at this label color that it did not match the label color here. So 000 is the absence of color, which is always going to be black. If this was just double quotes with nothing inside of it, that would also be black. So this color is actually the orange color, which is over here. So you can see just by changing that value, it does change the color. All right. Thanks again. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.